One of the hardest programs, if not the hardest program of the year, drops tomorrow, and that being Extreme. Granted, we don't know everything in the Extreme program, but they've shown us a little bit and a reward. So let's take a look at sort of what we know so far and see what we can expect. I think right now we're teetering on it being ungodly difficult and probably marginally difficult slash annoying. We'll kind of see how things turn out when most of the moments, or we see the rest of the moments on Friday being tomorrow. But we can, like I said, we're gonna take a look at what we have, look at the card there, and see what else there is coming, because this is going to give us some of the best rewards of the year, but also probably cause a lot of heartache and pain along the way. But we'll kind of see how things go along from there. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, stay up to date on all the stuff happening in MLB The Show. With that being said, let's take a look at what they've been posting on social media and deter what tomorrow brings. So here we go. This is their Twitter page here. We'll take a gander at this. So starting off here, we got this one on the 14th. This thing right here where it says April 1st, 2013, Kershaw equals dominant, 9 innings, 0 runs. Oh, and add a home run to that. So clearly we're going to have to probably throw 9 innings of shutout ball and hit a home run with Clayton Kershaw. Fun. I'll give you that much. Sounds delightful. The next one we know, and this one we kind of saw, was for 4 home runs in one game. Extreme 4 home runs in a game. Nick Kurtz's him should be easy to match that stat line, right? Again, good. At least this one we know we'll have a banging of a card. So, and it's in Houston, so might not be as difficult. This one was an extreme event earlier, an extreme moment earlier, and it took I did it, but it took forever. Dropping a triple isn't that hard, right? 2. So 2 triples probably with Corbin Carroll. Golly gee willikers. I don't know about this one. 2 might be slightly difficult, but we'll sort of see how things play out here. Pulling a ball down the line like that's kind of hard in the show, especially with the card we had to use. Trying to hit it. And I think I hit like 20 home runs in this moment. It was wild. At least like the not really extreme version. Next one, this one is also a card. We'll take a look at his card art here, but you hit a do for the cycle with Byron Buxton, who hit for the cycle. There you go. So that's another moment. And then this one here, 5 bags with Tony Gwynn. No, that'll be a moment. I don't know how strong or difficult this one will be, considering you're probably going to have to get on base. They'll probably start you on base, hopefully, so you can at least get 2, but more than likely, you're going to have to get on base at least 3 times, which is going to be fun. This one's pretty straightforward, I think, where we're going to have to throw a perfect game, or at least a no-hitter, with Randy Johnson. This is from 2004. I know this one pretty well. So 27 up, 27 down for Randy. And at least they're good cards here. This one they just dropped not too long ago. You have to do the immaculate inning with good old Mason Miller. And of course, last but not least, they did show us one of the cards already, and that is none other than Byron Buxton getting his cycle card that he did earlier this year. The Extreme Byron Buxton cycle card will be a reward. Now, ultimately, what are the other rewards gonna be? Well, for that, not a clue. I really don't have the ultimate idea of what we will see. I mean, we can speculate and take a gander and guess what other cards we haven't gotten yet that would scream for something of this caliber. But ultimately, too, we starting off with the cycle card, if we're going off of the cards that we see, you're gonna get a lot. Now, are there gonna be weird outliers? Absolutely. But if we take a look here, let me give me 2 seconds here to get into this. If we were to look at like some of the cards that we are missing, we can kind of take a guess if there's no more moments coming, but there probably are. So let's just sort of pick and choose here along the way. So starting off here, so we know one is going to be Byron Buxton. as his milestone card here. So in terms of like the moments that we saw so far, so let's sort of start with the Kurtz stuff here. In terms of that, this is the card from that game. It's 19 total bases, 6 for 6. Could they give him a home run, a 4 home run card, and just max power out? It is possible. I really don't see that being the case here, honestly, strictly because he's got max against righties. I don't think he hit a home run against lefties. Seems unlikely in the event, and +2, I think that opens up, keeps the door open for a finest card for him, truthfully, but okay, we'll kind of see from there. If we get through all the free 19,000 free agents we got here and go to the Dodgers, the next sort of moment that kind of stood out, it did stand out, was the Kershaw moment, who's, Kershaw. Granted, if we go to flashbacks, he does have a 99 3,000 strikeout card. Would they give him another one? Sure. I don't see why they wouldn't give him another one. Is it going to be better than this? There is, again, flexibility here, I would say, for that. His case could be a little bit higher and stuff if they wanted to give him something to that regard. By all means, they totally can. Again, let's just, technically be a Diamondbacks card. For like Randy, for instance, the best Randy card isn't a Diamondback. It is the Mariners card. It's his Cy Young card that came out for Weekend Classic. And that card's still pretty good, right? It's not like it's fallen out of grace. He's gross. Again, he could have a better card. This is Cy Young from 95. They could give him that no-hitter card if they really wanted to. It would probably bring this guy down from insane amount of stubs. So that is likely, maybe, possibly. I don't have any idea in the slightest here. Flipping back to the Diamondbacks here. Corbin Carroll's highest card is a 97. Could he get a finest? Probably. However, there is this guy, Ketel Marte, whose last big card, 99, was his All-Star card. They could give him a finest card, bump up the stats a little bit to where he'd be pretty gross. Or I would say Perdomo, but he just got a 99 not too long ago. And I don't think there's a lot of variance kind of left in those numbers. I mean, you could boost him a little bit, but I don't think they're going to miss the chance to give Ketel Marte an endgame disgusting card at the end of the year, especially when this card came out in July. So I think this will probably get replaced if I had to venture a guess. But again, could be 100% wrong. It could be Corbin Carroll, and then that moment just reflects something else. But I think Corbin Carroll getting a card for like triples or something is maybe possible. I really don't know. I don't know if they would sneak in maybe a flashback finest card or something. But that was this year, so I don't know. I like Corbin cards, so I'm for it. I just don't know what you give it to him for. You can kind of figure. And then this one fascinates me to a certain degree is the Mason Miller thing, because he got one around August. So would they give him another one for his immaculate inning? Could be a fun little milestone card to be the first immaculate inning card we've seen, but could be fun there. I mean, Tony Gwynn's 99 is this guy. You want to give a 99 speed Tony Gwynn, but to be fair, this is probably the card you're going to be using in the event or in that moment, and it's not bad. It's got what you'd want, just doesn't have 99 speed. My fat head's in the way, but it has 99 speed. So taking a gander at sort of that, you're sort of seeing the writing on the wall with that one. But they might give him something a little bit better. Again, speculation at this juncture is where we're at in all of this. Now, are there any cards that were like that if you look at, you're sort of glaring that could be there? I mean, a better Gil Hodges could come around the corner, but again, I don't know if you're really gonna have a better card than Hall of Fame. Maybe a finest card, but it's one of those ones too where ultimately you sort of have to look at the series and stuff and just be like, yeah, that seems like top of the list there. But they could do that. I don't think there's anything from here. I think the no-hitter card is probably the one you would think of. Again, kind of look in there. Skipping through, like I said, just sort of looking through, there like really any like giant, gaps that were like, oh, we don't have this guy's giant card yet. And truth be told, we're kind of doing, and we're kind of not really lacking here. It's just more so those end season upgrades, kind of like Carlos Beltran. Do they want to upgrade the Carlos Beltran card at this time? For that regard, we got the beefy, we got the beefy chipper. We got the good Corey Seager. We got the Randy's there. A's wise, kind of not really waiting on any one offhand here. Angels wise, someone made this comment too. Nolan Ryan might be in that program because we don't have the 99 Nolan Ryan yet. That is possible that they upgrade Nolan Ryan in this program for as well. I really don't know. Even if he would be an Angel, he might not even be an Angel. He could be a Ranger, but it does sort of seem like he's kind of missing at this juncture. Astros wise, don't think we're missing necessarily anyone big yet. Maybe a flashback Altuve is probably the thing. Berkman got his 99. We got Correa's 99. I mean, in terms of that, Twins wise, we know one's coming already. In Byron Buxton. Royals wise, again, sort of just looking for like Bobby Witts and stuff, but at this point, it's probably going to be Finest would be my guess for the card like that. Tigers wise, again, they're in the postseason. Riley Green's probably going to be your Finest card, would be my guess. We're sort of looking there. Cleveland, maybe a Lindor. It's probably the only card I'm thinking that's probably likely staying out here. I don't know if they have Konerko, but there is a 99 Frank Thomas we still don't have yet. Blue Jays. We got the 99 Batista. That'd be the only real card. They're still in the postseason, so they'll get some better stuff. Rays wise, they don't really have anyone. But granted, I think Caminero is going to have a Finest card. Yankees, I think dropping him kind of makes it seem like he's not getting a Finest card. But if he does, mind you, he already got one earlier. So this, but hey man, I don't know who's getting that Finest card, but golly, maybe Cody. Cody could get their Finest. That's probably likely. Red Sox wise, Pedro just dropped. Orioles wise, I don't think there's anyone. Like Gunnar did okay-ish. For looking at that. Giants, again, Devers might be a Finest card. That's really it. Padres, we sort of talked about. So that's kind of just going through the team and just thinking out loud who's missing. Again, I'm probably missing something very, very obvious. And if I am, just let me know down below. I'm sure you will anyway when I miss somebody obvious or that card's going to be getting a Finest card. Shut up about him. It's happened before, and I'm sure it'll happen again. Now, granted, again, we don't really know. We're sort of speculating, but again, obvious sort of things missing. And if we're looking at moments for clues, who knows? I don't at this time. It's just kind of like feels like we're filling in gaps. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, granted, there's more stuff coming down the pipeline, and a lot of that we don't really know. We don't necessarily know what's NL and ALDSs because those are going to have 2 MVP cards, AL and NL MVPs, and then the World Series stuff with also more. So we'll have to wait and see how things sort of play on how the seasons go, because I can tell you right now, cards that are probably coming at some point. I would assume Vlad's going to come if the Blue Jays get eliminated. He'll be a 99. J-Rod's probably going to get a 99 postseason card. He's been doing pretty great. On the Dodgers side, they gave Roki one. I would love to see like a Mookie one or something, because I don't think he's necessarily going to get their Finest card, but he also got a World Series award. We'll kind of see, and again, the scope of things is just going to take some time because we don't necessarily know what's coming on the pipeline, especially like I said with the addition of postseason content. Also, keep in mind that there is going to be a Diamond Quest that is going to be on the Extreme program, so I'm sure there'll be 2 cards in there as well. I'm not sure how the difficulty of that will be. It'll probably just be very, very difficult moments. So you think they're usually on the veteran all-star level. These will probably be way more difficult and on the higher extreme. But we'll kind of, like I said, I think we'll sort of see in how the rewards are, because the rewards are good. I will always say, at least try. So we'll see how things go. You don't have to do it all at once. I'm not a psychopath. You don't have to worry about it from my perspective. But we'll kind of see how things play out and all that stuff. So be back here tomorrow in about 12 hours, and we'll sort of see how things play out. With all that being said, My name is Specs, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the finest content. Bye, guys.